Hi guys, this is Kieran, and welcome back to the layout. Alright, so it's been, wow, over a year since my last layout update, and I apologize for that. School got in the way along with a bunch of other stuff, so I really apologize, but we've gotten a lot of stuff done, and I can't wait to show it to all of you. So, to start off, here's the number plate 921, which I picked up during the AEM7 excursion train earlier this year to kind of go along with 921, the number of the HO scale AEM7 I have. So I actually took that model out and tried to put some weight in it, I think, for the show last year, and I just never ended up putting it back together because it just seemed pointless. But I still got to get to doing that at some point. But that being said, we got a lot of the bench work done, a lot of it, and it's pretty much 89%, 90% complete. I mean, I do have two more duck unders to build for this section, which I'll go over in a moment, and over from this section to the peninsula in the center. So I'm not exactly sure where to start. So let's start over here near the station. So as you can tell, I've laid a lot of track with the help of a few friends. We've gone down and we've laid pretty much all of the track in this area. This is the Terminus station for the layout. The layout is essentially going to be a passenger and freight operations layout. So the reason it has taken me so long to actually get anything done is we were trying to design a layout space for passenger operations that actually worked, that we could have some operating sessions with. So that's why it's taken me, one of the reasons it's taken me so long. But this is the Terminus station for the layout. It's 12 tracks. The back 8, actually the back 10 are all stub-ended, with the two main lines being run through right here. I still haven't added, I have to add the bits of track for the bumpers, so that's why those aren't in yet. I'm also making all of the platforms out of styrofoam, and it actually turns out great. It's a really nice quality finish. I think I'm going to repaint them and sand them down. I'm not exactly sure yet, but it actually ends up being like perfect height for the cars for passenger level. Now, I also included two low-level platform tracks that are actually the two longest tracks in the entire station, which go all the way back there. And these will be exclusively for superliner trains, special trains, anything that the passenger trains need low level for. If need be, I guess I can put some freight on these. I mean, maybe some mail cars, or but that's their initial design is for that. So and besides, it kind of works out because there's a pole. There are two poles in the middle. So this is built in a basement with a really low ceiling. So there's bound to be poles in the way. So yeah, that's pretty much all that happened over here. Lots of laying track. There were some new equipment acquisitions, mainly these two. I have two of these. These are MBTA Horizon single-level cars painted by the Railroad Depot. Extreme detail. They're awesome. I can show you another one down there in a second. I'm going to probably do a product review on this guy's work at some point later, but just that's one of the things I picked up actually at the Big E train show last year. So that being said, we'll keep moving down. I'd like to do a full layout tour once we actually get all the track laid and stuff like that, but I'm kind of just doing a quick run through right now. All of the tracks are long enough to accommodate normal size trains on the layout. So in the back track, we have a full regional set that's kind of set up right now, just to test the space. Ignore the mail cars, the material handling cars that are there right now. I was just setting stuff out to see kind of the spacing on the platforms. That's why there's some crappy Bachmann cars on the main right now. Also, new project. I'm working on a few MBTA bi-level cars. Stay tuned for those. Here's another closer up look of one of those MBTA Horizon cars that the Railroad Depot has done. So, this is the station. Moving along, all of these tracks converge into two back tracks at the end over here, which those are all number 6 turnouts. Actually, all of the turnouts on the layout are number 6, but the theory behind this little arrangement over here is you can actually get from any of the back tracks to either of those two things. So from track 4 or track 3, you can get to the back track. From track 12, you can get to the front track. So that way, we have easy capability to run multiple trains, multiple switching operations at the same time to lead us into the yard. Now I'm going to head over there and kind of explain what's going on over here. So, this yard is actually a full-size Amtrak maintenance facility. The layout is based off of kind of a proto-freelance sub-branch of the Northeast Corridor, probably on some island, like on the coast of Massachusetts, Rhode Island. I'm not exactly sure yet. I'm still figuring it out. But the idea is kind of that there's a side project funded by Amtrak that's running on this area, and so they have an Amtrak facility. They have some P-42s. There might be some AM-7s and Sprinters every now and then. Not exactly sure, but the idea is that the trains come from the back, from the station once they've arrived and dropped off their passengers, back up into two of the maintenance tracks. These two are the maintenance tracks. I haven't laid this one yet. I've only laid the first 4. So these two are the maintenance tracks. Get maintained, back up, go through the reversing loop, which I'll talk about in a second, and then into one of these 3 layover tracks. So these 3 layover tracks kind of are for storage of equipment. Meanwhile, the actual locomotives are in this fancy little locomotive storage area. These are some P-42s that I picked up over the past couple of years, along with just some P&W units to kind of take up the space, along with a Pepsi can. So, and then there's a P-40 in the back, which is 822. So yeah, this is the layover tracks, which go over here, back to some staging, hopefully. That's kind of the plan, but the trains will eventually be able to go into a reversing loop, which will split off and branch off right here. So you'll be able to get to it from the main as well as from this switch over here, which will cross the main right here. The main will be in this area. Not exactly sure what we're doing here, so that's why I left that and went to the yard. And then we'll go into the peninsula, which will be a bunch of industry, and we'll talk about that next time because I still have absolutely no idea what's going on here. Then the reversing loop will go across the mains again and come back into the layover tracks. So it's kind of the strategy of how trains are flowing through the layout. So we've designed it for a lot of switching operation on building consists for passenger cars, so a lot more than just like running a timetable of passenger trains. So kind of I've consulted with a few different people working in Amtrak, trying to figure out what the best ideas are. So I've been working on that, and yeah, that's there will be a ton of freight stuff and industry. This is pretty much, hopefully, what this entire area is going to be. Besides the passenger trains empty, running through as a reversing loop to turn the trains around so they can back into the station again. this is all going to be, I'm thinking maybe ethanol plant. I'm not sure. I'd love to hear your guys' ideas. If you want to comment below, let me know what you think I should put in this area. But yeah, I really apologize for not doing a layout update in over a year. It's been a crazy year, but we've gotten a lot done. I'm going to order a bunch more track this week, and we're going to finish, hopefully, get the main running. I do have DCC, and it's working, but I still, have not done the wiring. So I just kind of plug it in, but I haven't wired the entire layout yet. So that will be the next step after laying that. In the meantime, as I said, please let me know if you have any ideas for what I should do here. Maybe some street running, maybe some like a paper plant, ethanol. I'm not exactly sure. So let me know what you guys think. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.